those new agent that join for the first time. If a line drop, right, what should you do if you're using handphone while you're doing polling? Very easy. Try to locate the $3 button at the right corner of your handphone. All right, give me one moment. All right, thereafter, right, click on it. The next screen, you're able to see advanced icon. Then just click on the advanced icon, draw a bit lower. Then you're able to slide out SRIDO. Just click on the slider, then you're able to resume your polling sessions. Now, for those that using the what do you call that? Laptop, very simple. Just locate the three splash button at the right corner of this laptop. Click on it, then the next moment, you should be able to this slider as I already. You click on the slider, then able to resume your polling sessions. Now, for those first timer or the new agents that join for this training, very simple, right? The questionnaire will look something like this. Presented in this manner. For example, to ask about course content, whether meet expectation, then you just take the scoring which you think is actually, deserve, to be taken simple and straightforward, right? Now, there are also very important reminders. For some agents, I believe most of the agents already sign up with these family management online systems. Now, there are reasons behind why we encourage all the agents to sign up for this family management online system because, first and foremost, right, you can actually avoid hard copies being lost, all right? Because sometimes you see when we have collected the copies from customers, then we put it on the table, there could be a tendency being lost, you see. So in other words, right, so once you've collected the copies, right, so straight away, just scan into the system and then it will be stored permanently, without getting lost, right? Now, the other thing I want to actually highlight is actually, in this system, right, you are able to generate your own claims report, all right? And in other words, you have to actually tabulate your own manual Excel file, and see which has been paid and which has not paid, right? That will not be very cost effective. So this is actually a wonderful system. Along the way also, the agent can actually check the claim status from a system from time to time because it's actually a real time, sort of the system for you to check, right? Now, another good benefit is actually, it will allow, once you've submitted all the documents, it will allow, the examiner to actually, immediately engage the adjuster if need be, or rather to actually start off with the claims processor immediately. Now, another thing is actually good is about, right, is, very commonly, when we actually have the document, sometimes, from customer and we scan and email to the claim examiner, so they may not be able to, attend timely because of EL/MC, and also good for your clients. So thereby, by using systems, right, so there will be a chat room, all right, for you all to actually communicate. So actually make life simpler, all right. But at the same time, also you're allowed to print out all the letters sent out for reference, something very good as well. Now, I want to remind you all, this is something not new to everybody. I believe you have already know what is a PDS, product disclosure sheets all the time, right? Especially nowadays, the bank current is really looking into this PDS very deep, all right, to align with the market standard. Now, so please help us, right, to extend this PDS to our customers, while we're meeting them. So, you're able to just tell them, what is covered, example, I would like to use example of motor insurance, right? So now, a fresh graduate buy a motor insurance, right? They may not aware that actually flood is by extension cover and additional premium need to be paid. All right. And as the professional agents, so the agents we need to actually highlight to the fresh grad if it's actually staying in an area whereby it's quite flooded from time to time. So at least they have discharged a liability. So whether he wants to just take care or not, that will be his discretion, right? Now, along the way, of course, you must be able to provide suitable advice that zoom into, the requirement of the customers. That's more important. And also to ensure they have the ability to actually pay the premium every year. This is actually to treat our customers fairly. Now, at the same time, also, every year or so we have this mandatory e-learning, right? For those that have already done, latest by by this 31st December. So congratulations, you have earned your CBD, all right, and you complete your e-learning. Now, the reason behind why we want to implement this e-learning is because we want to actually to help you to maintain, a high standard of competency. There's the reasons why, so that you're able to function well as a professional agent while we are meeting you. Another important thing I want to highlight is actually on the consent that actually relating to PDPA. All right. Now, it's very important that that you get consent from customers, whatever that you need any actions from them. For example, if give me a moment, sorry. For example, all right. Now, if a customer's card need to be updated because unable to swipe through for whatsoever reasons, right, for a particular process, especially on PA, now then the agent we need to actually approach the customers directly, all right, to get a form to be formed, to get a form to be updated, all right, on the new card number details, and by getting the customer to sign off as a consent basis, right? That's under PDPA 2010. And also do not induce customers to purchase or renew insurance product by any misrepresentation, all right, or use a sales brochure not authorized by GM under the MSF 2013. All right. Now, having lunch with customer very common just to bring them around to strengthen bonding, no problem. But we cannot be buying a very expensive lunch because we induce customers to purchase a product which they do not desire. That will be against the code of ethic as well as the Financial Services Act 2013. Now, the last thing here is actually do not exert any undue influence or threat customers to purchase insurance products, right? Or demanding for insurance premium that is not actually imposed by insurance company. Now, after propose a product, given a few days, for customers to consider it's very healthy, very common, right? It depending on the customers you're approaching. But however, um, you must not let customers feel that it's threatening, all right, by helping customers day and night. In that case, if customer find it's actually threatening, they may just launch a complaint to Bank Negara, and Bank Negara will come up to the insurance company and find out to be true. And this agent could actually face, some consequences, which is not so good at all. Right? It's actually very unbearable consequences, all right. Now, KYC, know your customer is not something new to the areas, right? In fact, it's actually part of the syllabus that actually, be embedded in the AMPLA training all the time, right? Which I actually highlighted many times while, we are doing this comparison and regular training to agents, right? To educate or to share those important details with you all. Now, a very simple scenario on KYC is actually, when customers fill in the form, application for make sure that it's being verified, correctly, to ensure that all the information updated correctly or being keyed correctly. Why so? Because when it comes to claims, any information actually deviated from the original information, then they feel some delay on the claim, they're not so good to the customers, right? This is a simple scenario here. Now, another thing actually I want to highlight is actually again on this something not very new. All right, on the Teams number, I believe all the agents already submitted a Teams number to us, right? Otherwise, then you won't be able to get your commissions timely. And for your information for your corporate clients also, right? So now our system has already been enhanced in a few whereby just to key in the BRN number, business registration number, then the Teams number will be auto displayed. For those customers that really wanted to have the individual e-invoicing, all right, for tax purposes. Right. So that's about it on the important reminders I have right in hand. And without further ado, so right now let's start off with the wonderful journey of this the Sentinel PA Repricing. And I shall pass the host to our presenters, Adrian and Lee, all right, which we're going to actually share, the some valid reasons, all right, why this the Sentinel PA need to be repriced, all right, in order to sustain the foundation, for us to really draft on it, to be able to pay the claims to the customers, especially our senior PA right now. Our customers are really aging, right? Something to share with you all. Yeah. So Adrian, over to you.
Now, let me share my screen. Everybody can hear me, right?
Yes, we can see your screen and we can hear you loud and clear, Adrian.
Okay. Okay. So, just to let everyone know, I'm Adrian, from Product Development (GGM), and this training session will be conducted by me lah. Okay. I will conduct this session in dual language, which is English and Mandarin lah. So I will mix it up lah, just for everyone's understanding lah. Okay. 大家下午好，我是 Adrian，来自 Product Development GGM。So 今天我们的这个 training 呢，我是会用两种语言来跟大家沟通啦。So 我会用英文和中文啦，就参参啦。Okay. So just a brief recap. Okay, on the Centennial PA repricing, like what Alex mentioned earlier, why we have to go through another round of repricing. Okay. This is because for the past 5 to 6 years, we've been experiencing significant amount of claims coming in, which we for every 100 ringgit of premium that we are collecting, we are actually paying 134 ringgit of claims. Okay, so 6年以来呢，我们为什么又再次reprice 我们的这个 Centennial PA，就是因为这6年来每一年平均每100块的那一个保费，我们都要赔134块的那一个 claim。OK，so 这个 slide 呢，就是来解释给大家听啦。So 就从2019年开始到2023年，每一年平均我们的那一个 claim ratio 呢是其实如果你看 CAGR 是在起着的，都到今年我们真的是无法承受了，所以我们必须要做多一次 repricing。Okay, based on this chart, our CAGR, if you can see, is actually increasing. Okay, from 2019 to 2023, and it's because of the claims that we've been paying for the past 5 to 6 years. We try to maintain at that premium for our customers, but unfortunately, in this year, our report mentioned that our Centennial PA is no longer sustainable, so there is no choice but to reprice again. Okay. Okay, then we'll just straight away go into the notification letter lah, and the policy schedule, how we actually can explain to the policyholders. So for Centennial PA, by the first glance or even the second glance, it's actually quite confusing. But ultimately, just let your customers know, as long as they are 55 and below, they are not impacted by this repricing. 这一次的 repricing 呢，其实55岁以下的 policy holder 呢，完全不被影响，因为我们的 repricing 呢，只是会影响56岁以上的 policy holder。Okay, so based on our current portfolio, 55 and below is around 60% of the Centennial PA portfolio 啦。Okay，就这55岁以下的 policy holder 呢，就在我们的这个 Centennial PA 的这个 portfolio 里面呢，是组织了68%啦。Okay. Okay. This is the sample cover letter, which is the notification letter lah, that your customer will receive together with their renewal cert or their policy schedule. So it will be a 5-pager. I will go through every page in more detailed manner lah. All right. So based on the first page of the notification letter, this is where we sort of justify to our policyholders why we have to reprice, and then we have to inform them when will this revision be effective from. So by right, in this year, it should already be effective lah, because the effective date is 1st Jan 2026. Okay, And subsequently, we have to disclose to our policyholders that there will be alternate options available. Meaning, in your renewal cert or your policy schedule for your customer, they will be able to see the change in benefit and premium according to the default option. But rest assured, there's always alternate option for them to switch lah, to switch to the alternate option and to pay according to the premium charge lah. Okay. So the fourth item is explain clearly to policyholders what is the mechanism. Basically, you have to explain to customer what's the default option, then what is the alternate option available. Okay. Then the fifth note to take in is the highlight to policyholders age 71 and above. Okay, this is to inform them on the changes and encourage them to contact us or GGM or agent on the alternate option available. So later on, I'll show you the table. You can see the alternate option is not available inside the notification letter. We actually ask them to contact agent or GGM lah, right? Then last part is going through the FAQ policy document as well as the options form with policyholders. Remind them to revert lah with their desired option if let's say they do not agree with the default option currently displayed in their renewal cert. OK， 好，那就看这第一面的notification letter 的第一面呢，首先我们要解释给我们的顾客听，就是为什么我们要reprice Centennial PA。OK， 这一个呢，其实我们也有说，就是我们的 portfolio no longer sustainable， 就是我们已经不能再保持现在他们的那个保费，所以我们没有办法，我们必须起价。OK， 然后第二点呢，就是这一个起价，这个起价的那一个日期呢，是从哪一天开始？所以就在这一个 notification letter 里面呢，我们是说1月1号2026年就开始in effect 啦 ，OK。然后第三个呢，就是我们必须要给我们的顾客知道，其实不纯粹只有那个 default option， 其实还有其他额外的 option 呢，给他们选择。OK， 然后第四点呢，就是我们必须解释清楚给我们的顾客，就是他们现在的那个default option 和他们的 alternate option。OK。然后第五点呢，就是我们必须要跟那些71岁以上的顾客强调他们的那一个会议呢和保费的改革。然后如果他们不同意在他们的那个 renewal cert 和 policy schedule 所显示出来的那个会议和保费呢，其实我们也是有 alternate option， 只不过他们必须要跟我们的 agent 或者是我们的GGM customer service 联络so that 他们会比较就是我们会利用这个机会来慢慢的解释给他们听这个 alternate option 是怎么走啦 ，alright。然后最后一点呢，就是我们必须要跟我们的顾客呢详细的解释一下 FAQ， 然后他的那个 policy document 也包括他的那一个选择的表格，也就是 options form， 这个就是给他们选择，如果他们不同意现在的那个 default option， 然后他们想要选我们现在所提供的 alternate option， 这一个 form 就会必须要让顾客填啦 ，OK。然后就是一个小重点，请通知你的顾客只要他们已达到71岁以上，他们的那一个 accidental death、permanent disablement， 他们的那个会议呢，其实会降低，然后那个 medical expense， 也就是那个医药费的那个 benefit 就不会再被提供。OK， 除非他们选择 alternate option 啦。So 等一下我会解释一下 alternate option 给这些71岁以上的顾客。OK， right. So next part is the next page of the notification letter. This is where we provide the revised benefit and premium for those policyholders who increased premium in 2019. So 这一个呢，就是一个表，一个会议表和那个保费表给我们的顾客去了解。So 这个第二面呢，就是给那些顾客在2019年其实已经起过他们的那个保费的。 来参考。So 如果你看那个 new sum insured new annual premium，这个就是他们的 default option，然后他们会有2个 alternate option 来选择。OK，有 alternate option A，也有 alternate option B。OK。Then the third page is the revised benefit and a premium for policyholders who actually maintain premium in 2019. Meaning, back in 2019, they choose to reduce their sum insured in order for them to continue paying the existing premium lah. Okay, so for this policyholders, there's one default option and one alternate option. Okay, 这些顾客呢，在2019年他们有保持过他们还的保费呢，其实他们是要参考第三面 new notification letter 的第三面，也就是说他们会有一个 default option，他们会有一个 alternate option。诶诶，the fourth page is the alternate options form. This is where we require customers to revert if, let's say, they do not agree with the default option displayed in the renewal cert or the policy schedule. Okay, so there are a few pointers lah to take note lah. Okay, first part is according to the instruction, you have to explain clearly to policyholders, okay, which section to look into. Okay, then second part is guide the policyholders to the correct section of the form according to their age next birthday, as well as their whether they increase or maintain premium lah in 2019. Okay. The third point is to ensure that our policyholders sign the form before we collect on behalf and revert to uh, our PPM to actually do the endorsement lah. All right. Then the fourth pointer is to explain policyholders on all the available avenues for them to revert this form at least 15 days before the policy expiry. Okay. OK，这个呢就是我们所谓的那个 alternate option form。这个表格呢，其实我们如果顾客说他要选择 alternate option，那我们才需要他去填和签这一个 form 还给我们，so that 我们可以做那个 endorsement 来 reflect 他的那个选择。OK，然后第一点呢，就是要解释清楚给我们的 policy holder，OK，就看他的岁数和他2019年有起价还是保持那个保费，然后再带他们去对的那一个 section 啦，OK，然后只要他们同意要拿 alternate option，我们必须让顾客去签这一个表格，然后要交给 PPM 来做 endorsement，OK。So 这个 marketer 会做啦，so agent 一有了这一个 form 然后请交给你的 marketer，然后你 marketer 就会来是 PPM 啦，OK，做那个 endorsement 出来 ，alright。然后最后一点呢，就是那个 important note，这个就是让顾客知道，除了可以还给 agent，让 agent 还给 marketer，marketer 去submit 给 PPM 做 endorsement 呢，其实还有其他的路途可以跑啦。也就是说，他们其实也可以自己 email 给我们的 customer service care line，或者是他可以走进我们任何的一个 Great Eastern branch，他也可以寄给我们。OK，so 不纯粹就只能交给自己的 agent 啦。OK，so 这个重点就是只要顾客打算选择要 alternate option form，我们才让他们填和签。如果他们 OK with 那个 renewal cert 和 policy schedule 的那一个 default option，他根本不用填这个表格。OK，然后last part of the notification letter is the standard FAQ 啦。So this is pretty standard. Just have to go through with our policyholders and address any additional inquiries to ensure that they fully understand the repricing mechanism. OK，最后一面呢就是那个 FAQ，so 这个 FAQ 是比较标准一点的啦。然后就我们的 agent 呢就必须要跟我们的这个顾客呢就解释一点点关于这个 Centennial Peer Repricing，然后让他们能够了解他们的那一个会议和他们的保费的那改革啦。OK，in addition, there's also one additional FAQ that our agency distribution actually shared with our marketeers. Okay, those are the additional questions that we answered based on our previous trainings which all these questions were raised by agents, and then we compile it into a separate FAQ document. So to our marketeers, if let's say agents approach you to get the additional FAQ, please share a copy with them, okay, in order for them to understand further the whole repricing exercise. Okay. 其实呢，我们还有一个不一样的那个 FAQ 呢，就我们是在 training 之后收到了我们的这个 agent 的那些问题呢，我们全部集中在同一个 file，然后我们都回答了，我们 share 给我们的 marketer 了。So 如果你for agents 你需要了解更多的话，其实你可以跟你 marketer 拿这个additional FAQ 的那个 document 来参考一下啦。OK， Okay, this is just a sample of the renewal set and policy schedule. Just to explain, we actually put in one additional clause on automatic renewal. So this automatic renewal is to inform the customer that no premium will be adjusted once you attain age next birthday 56 and above, and then there may be a reduction okay, in the capital sum insured for the benefits. Okay, 在你的顾客的那个 renewal cert 和 policy schedule 呢，其实我们放多了一个 clause，也就是这个 automatic renewal。所以这一个呢，就是要给顾客知道这个 premium adjustment 呢，就是它的那个保费的那个改革呢，其实会影响那些顾客56岁以上的。然后这些顾客呢，也有可能会有一些会议的改革啦。OK。Okay, the third section of this training is to understand the repricing mechanism. Okay, so I've also received a few questions from both marketeers and agents in order to understand further what is it about and how do we explain to customers. So I will break it down into few parts. Okay, based on every scenario, then hopefully that I can communicate and also make our agents understand better on the repricing mechanism. Right? Okay. The first part is policyholders who increased premium in 2019. Okay. This treatment, okay, based on those policyholders who increased premium in 2019, there will be a default option and two alternate options offered to them. So the default option is let them renew with the premium rates effective 1st Jan 2026, which is inside the notification letter under the new annual premium. Okay. Then if let's say they don't agree with the price increase, there's always an alternate option where they can renew with premium rates. We still increase, but not as much. Okay, with the sum insured reduction. All right. Then there's also alternate option B where the customer can pay the premium before 2019 repricing. Okay, but this one will significantly reduce their sum insured lah. All right. Okay. 那我们就进入那个 repricing mechanism， 就让大家更加了解啦，要如何去解释。So 会分出来几个 scenario 给大家明白。Okay，第一个就是那些顾客在2019年有起过价的。Okay，so 他们会有3个选择。Okay，第一个呢就是它的 default option， 也就是它的 renewal policy schedule 所摆放的那个会议和那个保费。So default option for 这一群人呢，就比较 straightforward， 比较直接，也就是说我们纯粹起价，然后他的那一些会议呢，我们完全不动。So 就先了解这个是影响56岁到70岁的顾客。然后我们会有2个选择，2个不同的选择给顾客去选，如果他不同意我们的 default option。那 alternate option A 就是我们还是会起它那个保费，不过我们起的那一个%率呢，不会比 default option 高，因为 alternate option A 呢，为了要怎样讲呢 moderate 它的那一个起的那个价钱呢，我们必须要稍微的降低它的那一个会议。So 也就是说它的那一个 accidental death permanent disablement 的那一个 sum insured 呢就会减低。然后它还是会起价，不过不起比那个 default option 的多啦 ，right？ 然后第二个 alternate option 呢，也就 alternate option B 呢， 就是顾客可以还在2019年之前的那个保费，也就是说2019年那些计划一、计划二、计划三呢，也就是说122.64块呢这些价钱呢，它会回去原本的那个价钱。不过我们会再一次降低那一个会议啦，也就是说 further reduce 啦，它的那一个 accidental death 和 permanent disablement 的那个会议。OK Okay, so using an example to illustrate to everyone, okay, so let's just take scenario one for example. Customer A, age 62, next birthday. Okay, policy already up for renewal with 100% renewal bonus, occupation class 1. Okay, based on their current plan, their plan 3. So plan 3, 300,000, 100% renewal bonus, another 300,000, meaning total 600,000 lah. Okay, based on the age band, the current premium that you see is actually 555. Then with SST and stamp duty, the total premium due is actually 609.40 cents. Okay. However, when it comes to the next renewal, which is this coming renewal, right? The default option is to maintain the sum insured. Okay. Don't worry about the renewal bonus. Renewal bonus will be intact one. Okay. Then the current base premium will actually increase. So from 555 to 1,080 ringgit. Okay. So after SST and stamp duty, the current total premium is now 1,176.40 cents. So if customer says this is too much for me, I want to look at alternate options, then we'll use the alternate options to explain to customers what happens to the benefit and what happens to the premium. Okay. So alternate option A, we reduce the accidental death and permanent disablement sum insured by half, meaning from 300,000 to 150,000. Wait, let me just use a pointer easier. Okay, from 300,000 down to 150,000, meaning we reduce half lah. So your renewal bonus will apply on the 150,000. So from total 600 to 300,000. Okay, then your current base premium will increase from 555 to 660. Okay, meaning your after SST and stamp duty is 722 ringgit 80 cents. Okay, if let's say customers still say that I don't want to increase my premium, okay, then you can show alternate option B where we will further reduce again lah. So from 300,000 down to 75,000. Then your renewal bonus will apply on the 75,000, meaning here total 600,000, now left 150,000. However, we will reduce the premium to the premium charged before 2019 repricing, meaning for plan 3 originally is 358 and 49 cents. Okay, so now the total premium will reduce to 397 and 17 cents. So from 600 over ringgit from previous renewal, now is 300, almost 400 lah. Okay, based on the further reduction of the sum insured. Okay, 我们先解释一下scenario E，也就是说我们的这个顾客呢，其实在2019年他已经起过价了，然后他今年是62岁，OK，说他有180的 renewal bonus，他的 occupation class 是 E 啦，OK，就看他现在的那个计划呢，他是计划3，然后他的那个会议是300千。它有180的那一个 renewal bonus， 也就是说再额外的300千啦，总共还有600千。OK， 然后它的那个 base premium 现在是555块，然后加了 SST 和 stamp duty， 它是609块4毛啦 ，right？ 然后就在它 upcoming 的那一个 renewal 呢，也就是说如果它在3月 expire， 它就在3月renew 嘛，对吗？然后它的 default option 呢，就是让它保持它现在所享受的那个会议，也就300钱，但是我们的那个保费呢就会起价，起差不多2倍啦 ，OK。然后现在的那个价钱呢，就是1176块4毛，起了总共差不多500块，OK。如果顾客觉得起了500块是太贵了，我们其实有两个额外的选择给他们选，就选择一呢，就是我们会降低他的那一个sum insured，就从300千降去150千， 它的那个 renewal bonus 就会apply 在那个150千啦。诶，它的那个 base premium 呢就会从555块，它会起到去660块。OK，所、以还是一样起，不过我们没起比那个 default option 的多。OK，所、以如果看从他的现在的还的钱跟他选 option A 的钱呢，也就是说他增加了大约120块啦。诶，如果顾客说我完全不要起价，我们其实还有一个 alternate option。OK，so 这个 alternate option B 呢，就是我们会让顾客还他2019年的那个 repricing 之前的那个价钱，也就是358块4毛9。诶，不过他的那一个会议呢就会大减，就从300千减到去75千，然后 renewal bonus 就会 apply 在那个75千，总共他现在享受的是150千啦。OK， okay. Before I go into this, is everyone clear on the premium increase? Okay. In that case, I'll just continue with the maintain premium first, yeah? Okay. For policyholders aged 56 to 70, we also have policyholders who maintain premium in 2019. Okay. So how does this repricing affect them? Okay. First, we will have a default option where customer will renew with the premium rates. Okay, the new premium rates are price increase. And if let's say customer decide don't want to increase the price, we can actually allow them to renew with their current premium rates unchanged, where they will have to take out the alternate option. So this alternate option means we will reduce the sum insured lah, in order to sustain the unchanged premium rates. Okay, so 56岁到70岁呢，其实我们还有第二种顾客，就是他在2019年的时候，他选择保持他们还的保费，也就是说他们已经经历了那一个会议的会议，就减少了他们的那个会议。So 这一次的 repricing 呢，其实我们会再一次起价，没办法。不过他们如果要继续还他们现在还的那个保费的话，其实我们的 alternate option 呢，是让他们去选啦。不过这个 alternate option 呢，也就是说我们还会再减那个会议啦。OK， Okay. Uh, so for scenario, just an example. Okay, for 56 to 70 policyholders who maintain premium in 2019. Okay. Now let's say customer is 68 years old. Okay, with 100% renewal bonus, occupation class 3. Okay. So current plan. Okay. Plan 2. Actually, because they maintain premium in 2019, they already reduced the sum insured to 125,000, meaning from 200,000 actually down to 125,000 lah, right? So the renewal bonus actually applies on the 125,000 with the current base premium remain unchanged, which is 471 and 70 cents. Okay. So upcoming renewal default option, we will have to further reduce the sum insured in order to be consistent for all ages. All right. So the customer will experience a 25,000 sum insured decrease to 100,000. Then the current base premium actually increased to 660. Okay, meaning the total premium payable actually went from 520 to 722 lah, right? An increase of 200, approximately 200 ringgit. Okay, if let's say customer says I don't want to increase premium, I want to continue paying my existing premium, yes, it can be done. However, the customer will experience significant decrease in the sum insured lah, meaning from 125,000 down to 50,000. Okay, then they get to continue to pay the existing premium lah. So as you can see, the premium unchanged. Okay. 那56岁到70岁呢，那些顾客在2019年的时候选择保持他们的保费，OK，就打个比喻啦，OK，这个顾客68岁，他有180的那个renewal bonus，他的那个职业呢是 Class 3，所以他现在是拿着计划2， 也就是说，在那个上一个 renewal cert 的时候，你应该会看到它的那一个会议呢，其实是125千。如果它有180千 renewal bonus 的话，就总共是250千。然后它现在还的那个 premium 呢，就是471然后7毛。就在这一个 repricing 呢，我们会再降低它的那一个会议，从125千到100千。同样的 renewal bonus 会 apply 在那个100千啦，OK。然后它的那个保费呢就会起价，就从它所需要还的520块起到去722块，也就是说相差了大约200块的那一个保费啦，right？如果顾客说起200块还是太贵，我要保持我现在还的那个保费，可以，我们可以解释给他们听，我们有一个 alternate option，也就是说它的那个会议呢会大减，也就从125千减到去剩50千，加它的 renewal bonus 呢总数是100千啦，OK，不过它的那一个保费就会保持不变，OK。Okay, so we've just gone through the age 56 to 70 customers. So now we have to talk about treatment towards vulnerable customers, meaning age 71 and above lah. All right. So just to brief everyone on the special attention that we provided to our vulnerable customers. Okay, there are three actions done by GGM. First is the statement and footnote to inform the changes in benefit once they attain 71 and above, lah, which I showed earlier. Okay. Then the second action is actually the policy schedule and the renewal cert will have an additional clause, which is the automatic renewal, which I also showed earlier. Okay, then the third part is on this current section, the treatment toward vulnerable customer. This is the particular section that we highlight to give a special treatment to them lah. Okay, so there's one action that we actually encourage our agent or customer service to practice is to exercise particular care when we engage with these policyholders, because we understand that sometimes there may be a communication barrier, so we have to find a way to communicate with them using their most understandable tone or approach lah. Okay, and last part is from the notification letter for age 71 and above, you can see that we say please contact your agent or GGM to understand more, to find out more. So why this alternate option for 71 and above are not displayed in notification letter? It was not a mistake. It was done on purpose. Okay. So this is due to that premium adjustment is quite substantial, meaning if we present it at the notification letter stage, it can actually cause unnecessary concern. So instead, we actually aim to manage the communication more thoughtfully, lah. Okay, more thoughtfully and more personal approach in order to maintain at least slightly positive customer experience. Okay. 这个 section 呢，就是说我们要如何对待我们的这些 vulnerable customer。So 在 Centennial PA 里面呢，我们的 vulnerable customer 就是指那些顾客71岁以上的。OK，so 这一个 slide 呢，就是来解释我们如何提供一些 special attention 啦。OK，so GGM 呢，其实有3个步骤要跟，也就是说，第一个就是在那个 notification letter 里面呢，其实我们有一个句子，或者是有一个 footnote 来解释关于顾客达至71岁以上的时候，他们必须要approach agent 或者是customer service 来了解他们的那个 alternate option。第二点呢，就是在那个 policy schedule 和 renewal cert，刚刚我有就让大家看到的那个就 automatic renewal 的 clause。So 那一个也是放进去那个 policy schedule 和 renewal cert 来提供多一点的解释啦 on 这一个 repricing。然后第三点呢，就是这一个 section， 我们现在在 training 来看到的这个 section， 就是来更加专注更加专注在这些71岁以上的顾客，so that 我们可以好好的解释给他们听，然后好好的对待他们啦。OK，然后我们也是有就我们会鼓励啦，我们的 agent 或者 customer service 呢， 在跟这些71岁以上的顾客沟通的时候呢，我们必须要注意一下我们的那个 tone 然后我们的那个approach 啦，也就是说我们必须要怎么说呢，就去 match 他们的那一个了解的那个程度来解释这个 notification letter，OK？然后最后一个 part 呢，就是在这个 notification letter 里面呢，为什么你会发现到71岁以上的那个顾客呢，他的那个 alternate option 的那一个部分是写着请寻找你的那个agent 或者是我们的那个 customer service 来了解更多。OK，so 其实是有原因的，也就是说这一个 alternate option 给我们的71岁以上的顾客呢，其实它的那个保费的调整呢是蛮高的，所以在 notification letter 里面摆放出这一个 alternate option 的话，也许会导致一些比较难应付的不满啊。OK，所以我们其实我们不放在里面，我们的那个意图呢，就是要make sure that 我们可以怎么说呢，就好好的解释给顾客听，然后尽量 OK 保持着一个比较 positive 的那一个顾客的那个怎么说呢，呃比较 positive 的那个 environment，让顾客更加明白我们的那个 repricing，OK。Okay, so for senior citizen policyholders, in this case, 71 and above, I believe some of the agents are also under this category and also have purchased multiple Centennial PA policies from us. Okay, so for the treatment towards 71 and above, actually the default option and the alternate option, whether you have increased premium in 2019 or you have maintained premium in 2019, the treatment is the same. So based on default option, we will significantly reduce the sum insured. We will have to remove the medical expense benefit in order to maintain the premium rates that you pay before the 2019 repricing. Okay. However, there's always an alternate option. Okay, the alternate option I will share more detail later, right? Okay, so I believe some of you have already seen this slide. So this is where we share the alternate option to all our marketeers and agents to explain to customers. Okay, so what changes happen to the benefits and what are the changes to the premium if let's say they take alternate option. Okay, so if customer says that I don't want to significantly reduce my sum insured, I can still afford. Okay, then we show the alternate option to customer. So the based on the plan here, okay, you can see that if let's say the customer is now 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, they will it reduced by half lah for the accidental death and permanent disablement. However, we will make sure the medical expense is still intact for the customers. Okay, so how do we tackle this for our 71 and above customers? First thing, we can check whether the customer has no medical insurance. If let's say they have a medical insurance, actually you don't really require this. So you can actually continue to pay the existing premium, but with significant reduction in the sum insured lah. Okay, for a minimum protection lah. Right. However, if let's say our senior citizen customer has already lapsed their medical policy or has already surrendered, so meaning to say they don't have medical expense protection. So we would actually recommend this, okay, to take up the alternate option in order to enjoy the medical expense benefit. However, it will be a significant increase in premium lah. All right. So you can see like for age 81 and above, plan 3, you're actually paying 3,000 ringgit. However, paying 3,000 ringgit a year to enjoy 15,000 of medical expense benefit is still highly recommended lah. Okay, because you're paying a premium to enjoy a bit more of the benefit, right? OK，这个部分呢，就是要解释一下我们的71岁以上的顾客。所以71岁以上的顾客呢，不管他在2019年有起过价，还是保持着那个保费， 其实我们的那一个对待呢是一样的，也就是说，它的那个 default option 呢，就同样会 apply 在顾客起过价或者顾客没起过价的，OK，也就是说，我们的那个保费呢会回到去2019年之前的那一个保费。不过当然要保持在那一个保费，我们必须要大减它的那一个会议，也就是说，他们的那一个 ADPD，也就是 Accidental Death Permanent Disablement 的那一个会议呢，就会大减，然后它的那个 Medical Expense Benefit 呢，就会被排除了，OK，被拿走。OK，so 这个 slide 呢，就是来解释一下那个 alternate option 给这些71岁以上的顾客。OK，so before 我们去强调为什么会有这一些default option，为什么要 remove medical expense benefit。OK，首先如果我们要保持在这一个保费呢，其实我们没办法提供就算最低的 medical expense 我们也没办法提供，因为实在是不能继续 sustain 啦。OK，所以我们就没有办法，我们必须拿走 medical expense，我们必须大减它的那一个上品税。OK，不过如果顾客说我可以还多一点钱，我需要我的 medical expense benefit 回来，就不要碰我的 medical expense benefit，然后我的那个 accidental death 和 permanent disablement 的那个会议呢，我不要减那么多。其实呢，我们有那个 alternate option 给他们选，也就是说，那个保费会起价，我们的那个会议那一个保单呢就会减一半，然后我们的那个 medical expense benefit 呢就会保持在你的那个会议里面。OK，so 如何要解释给我们的这些71岁的顾客听呢？就是首先我们要了解他们现在有任何的那一个医药的那个保单。如果他有医药的保单的话，其实呢，我们可以就尽量建议啦，他们拿那个 default option，因为他们已经有了那个医药的那个保单呢，其实他们已经不需要这个 medical expense benefit。OK，so 这个Centennial PA 呢，是因为它是 PA，so 只有 accidental death 或 permanent disablement 呢，它才会exercise 到这个会议，所以就给我们的顾客知道呢，最低的那个保护呢，其实还是存在的。也就是说，你不需要花那么多钱，不过我们会提供最低的那个 coverage 啦。OK，如果我们的顾客71岁以上的顾客呢，他们的那个医药保单呢，他们已经 surrender 了，或者是他们已经 lapse 了，已经完全没有了。OK，我们可以建议他们拿 alternate option。OK，alternate option 的话，它的那个 medical expense 呢会保持不变，也就是说 Plan 1 5000，Plan 2 10,000，Plan 7 15,000。OK，不过那个保费的话就会大增啦。OK，说大增的话，就说会起到蛮高的。然后提个比喻，81岁以上的 Plan 3就计划3，他为了要享受15,000的那个 medical expense，他必须要每年还3000。OK，不过这个就是说每年你还3000，你享受着每年15,000的那个 medical expense 啦，其实是还蛮值得的。OK，so 尽量解释给你的顾客听啦，其实不完全是不完全损坏的。OK，是还有一点点好的。OK。Okay, so just an example. Okay, customer age 82, 100% renewal bonus plus 2. So these are for the customers age 71 and above who increased premium in 2019. So based on their current plan, plan 1, 100,000 with renewal bonus another 100,000. Okay, you can see that medical expense benefit still intact lah. All right, this is previous renewal, yeah. Okay, current base premium is 240 ringgit. So plus everything, 269 ringgit 20 cents. Now, default option. Okay, the upcoming renewal cert that you receive from customer is this. We have to reduce to 10,000. So meaning 100,000 reduced to 10,000. Renewal bonus applies to 10,000. Total from 200,000 down to only 20,000. Okay, and then the medical expense benefit will be removed. then the current base premium will drop from 240 to 122 ringgit 64 cents. This is the premium that our customers pay before the 2019 repricing. Okay. Now, if let's say customers don't agree, then they say that I want to take a look at alternate option. Okay. So based on the alternate option, plan one, we offer 50,000, meaning from 100,000 down to 50,000, 50% reduction in sum insured. The medical expense benefit will still be intact. Okay. We don't remove it. However, the current base premium will go from 240 ringgit all the way up to 1,000 ringgit. Okay, so this is a significant jump in premium. So these are for customers who can afford and would like to enjoy at least the minimum coverage of the medical expense benefit. All right. OK，就让我解释一下，用一个 scenario 来解释一下71岁以上，然后他在2019年他起过价的，OK，就打个比喻，这个顾客82岁，OK，他有180的 renewal bonus，他现在职业是 Class 2，他拿着的是 Plan One，so 根据他2025年的 renewal 的时候呢，他是100千加100千，也就是说多的200千啦，OK，他的 medical expense benefit 是完全没有碰过的，就是5000。它的还的那个保费呢，其实是140块。OK，so 到2026年的 renewal 的时候呢，其实我们会 default 呢，让那个会议呢大减，从100千减到去剩10千，然后 medical expense 就会被拿走。不过那个 base premium 呢，我们会保持在那个2019年的 repricing 之前那个价钱，也就是说它的 premium 呢，它的保费呢会降低啦，就从240块降去122块6毛4。诶，如果顾客说我可以还多一点，我需要那个 medical expense benefit，好，我有 alternate option 提供给顾客。OK，so alternate option 呢，就说那个 accidental death 和 permanent disablement 的会议呢，其实会减58千，也就是说从100千减到去50千。OK，好过没有啦。OK，so 50千加50千的 renewal bonus，也就是总数是100千。不过那个 medical expense benefit 呢会保持不变，也就是说5000还会保持在5000。OK，那但是它的那个 catch 呢，就是它的那保费会从240块起到去1000块。OK，so 每一年还1000块，享受5000块的 medical expense benefit 啦。OK，the next the last scenario actually is on 71 and above and maintain premium in 2019. So for an example, if the customer is age 76, okay, with 100% renewal bonus and occupation class 3. So based on their current plan, is plan to, based on the 2025 renewal cert, it will show that they are enjoying 200,000, right? Then the medical expense benefit is 10,000. Okay, then for the current base premium, they are paying the existing pre-2019 repricing, meaning before the 2019 repricing premium lah. Okay, then for their default option, the upcoming renewal in 2026, the accidental death and permanent disablement sum insured will significantly reduce from 100,000 to 20,000. And similarly, the medical expense benefit will be removed. This is in order for them to maintain their current premium, meaning premium unchanged. Okay. If let's say customer says, I want to look at alternate option, I want to have my medical expense benefits still intact. So alternate option, they get to maintain their existing sum insured, they get to maintain everything, okay, maintain all the expense benefit. However, the price jump will go from 471 ringgit 70 cents to 1,160 ringgit. So it's more than double. Okay. And this is also similarly, you can mention to your customer that if let's say you don't really need the medical expense benefit because you already have a medical insurance, then default option is to consider lah. All right. If let's say the customer has already surrendered or lapsed the medical policy, then alternate option is to be considered. Okay. 好，71岁以上，然后他们在2019年呢，已经保持他们那个保费，就完全没有起价。So 打个比喻，他76岁 ，OK， 他有180renewal bonus，然后他的职业是 Class 3。So 以 Plan 2来说呢，其实他的那个 ADPD 呢是100千加 renewal bonus 另外的100千，就总数200千。 medical expense benefit 10,000，它的那一个现在还的保费呢，其实471块7毛。诶，然后到2026年的那个 renewal 的时候呢，其实它的那个 default option 呢，就它的那个 renewal cert 会显示这一个 default option，你就会看到它从200,000就剩40,000，然后 medical expense 就会被拿走，不过它的那个 premium 是完全保持不变的。OK，如果顾客说我需要我的 medical expense benefit，你可以让他参考一下我们的 alternate option。So alternate option 呢，也就是说他现在所享受的会议呢，其实完全保持不变，不过我们是纯粹起价。OK，so 从471块7毛起到去1160块。OK，so 就这一次的这个 training 呢，其实我是尽量用一些比喻呢，或者是example 呢来解释给大家听，所以让大家会至少啦会了解比之前多一点。OK OK
Excuse me,
ah
Mr. Adrian, can this slide, right? For the
ah
default, it's supposed to be 40,000 instead of 20,000, right?
Okay, for the default, if let's say you look at the renewal cert, right, if the customer has 100% renewal bonus, you will see 40,000 lah, meaning 20
Uh,
plus 20. So
oh,
here I will split I'll split the capital sum insured and the renewal bonus. So it's actually here 20 plus 20.
oh, it's not 40 plus 40 because
No, it's not 40 plus 40.
the
So okay,
schedule
this
that
one,
I received is 40. You all change
uh,
again, is it?
no, we don't change. For that customer, actually, what's the age? Because you have to refer to the age first.
Yeah, now I'm looking at the table. Age
Uh-huh.
76, okay,
Uh-huh.
for plan 2. Uh,
Yeah.
the the default sum insured is supposed to be 40,000. 20,000 is for age 81 and above.
20,000. Wait, let me check and see.
Because
So there may
20,000
be
is for
some
plan
error
1,
lah.
so it's plan 2.
Yeah, let me go back up. I'm not sure whether the slide has some error lah. Okay, wait, hold on. 20,000, 40,000. Correct. So supposed to be 40 plus 40 lah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, thanks.
40 plus 40. Okay. Okay. Any other questions from our agents or marketeers? If let's say I can assist to answer, I'll answer it now. But most of the questions actually already answered in the additional FAQ lah. So you may want to refer to that document also in order to understand further. We actually explain quite detailed in that FAQ document. Let me see if there's any question that can. Okay. Okay, this one rectified. Okay. Nah. Okay. If let's say downgrade of plan, right, actually is doable. So you just have to indicate in the alternate option form right there downgrade to which plan. Then for marketeers, just assist to submit when you submit to PPM for the endorsement, right? Just submit to them. They'll be able to know what to do next lah. Okay. Okay. Then there will be repricing. When client reach 56 and above, yes, this repricing will apply to them. Okay. Then for alternate option 70, choose change plan. Okay. As long as it's a plan downgrading, from what I understand from our PA underwriter, the renewal bonus can actually carry forward to that plan lah. Okay. Okay. Then
Hi, Mr. Adrian. I'm James.
Yes.
The question that I raised is just now you've been mentioning.
Ah,
For let's say the client they choose to change the another policy. For example, like ratio active.
ah.
It is still
Okay.
able to like transferring the renewal bonus.
This one, okay, this one, right? Because it will be assessed from case to case basis lah. So you may need to get your marketer to approach our P underwriter to see whether feasible or not. If let's say it's just
Okay.
downgrading your plan, then definitely the renewal bonus can be transferred.
All right. So it's
Mm.
different plan need be
Different product, then will subject to case basis lah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, from LPA Wealth, auto debit concern, right? Actually, auto debit is still in effect one. So how it works, it is actually you can get a copy of the FAQ from our marketeers. We explain on the auto debit as well. So just to briefly give everyone an update on the auto debit lah, right? So if the auto debit will actually charge according to the default option. So meaning to say it's already charged and customer revert with the alternate option, okay, there will be an endorsement done, and then the remainder, the additional premium charge will actually be refunded to customers after lah. So for those who are not affected by the repricing, actually auto debit is still active one. Okay, the listing received was incorrect. From our JB agent, the total wealth one, may I know the table listing that you received is which one, yeah? If you are referring to the one from the training deck, then it could be due to the decimal one. Because we updated the notification letter in order to include decimal so that it avoid confusing the customer lah. The previous round we round up the figures in the notification letter is for for a cleaner approach. But however, we understand it from our branches and also from our agents that it potentially confuse the customer. So that's why we make a change to the notification letter to display the decimals as well. Okay. How do we know the client got opt to increase premium or maintain? Okay, this one actually we also explain in the additional FAQ. Okay, how it works is you can see their sum insured. Based on the sum insured, you'll be able to tell one. So meaning to say, if let's say the customer is plan one and with 100% renewal bonus, you see from the renewal cert is 200,000, then they actually increase premium lah. Okay. Then for as well as no for plan two, you see 400,000, then yes, increase premium. Then for plan three, 600,000, vice versa lah, increase premium lah. Then the rest one should be classified as maintained premium in 2019 because the sum insured will show there's a difference between the original plan and the sum insured. Okay, what else? For third party policies, signature policy holder. This one may need to understand further, yeah, from NHS Association. What do you mean by third party policies? Okay. The alternate option table actually is already in the training deck. Maybe you can get from our marketeers if let's say you miss out the email, right? Okay, plan AH 71. You mean plan one, is it? So plan one H71, obviously they will show the default option lah, meaning significant reduction in the premium, significant reduction in the sum insured, sorry, and the premium will go back to the premium charge before 2019 repricing. Okay, and Okay, for this one, the premium charge, okay, this one you let me check. Maybe I made a mistake lah. So if let's say there's calculation mistake or reference mistake, then I'll amend it. Okay, thank you for highlighting. Okay, I find the maintenance premium in the table. This one also I would like to understand further lah. What do you mean by the maintenance premium? Are you referring to the current premium or the reprice premium? Okay, for this one, special benefits and exemption, this one actually you can check with your marketeer, okay, because this is what was mentioned by our COO lah. So maybe our marketeer can help you to check out on this exception and special benefit. Okay, only for agents, yeah. Yes.
Hello. Hi, it's Kibi here, the product head here in GGM. I think for what Jaren has mentioned to all the agents, do give us a little bit more time because of course when we want to do something special, we will need quite a bit of work internally. We will leave it to Jaren to do the announcement. But for now, the repricing will apply to all the population of the Centennial PA product. Okay, so I think for that portion of it, we'll talk to Jaren and get back to everyone later on. Okay. How to convert Great Shield Active, because my client above 70 still can apply. No bonus and give back. I think for Great Shield Active, we will actually have to, on a case-to-case basis, where the marketer will have to work with the underwriters to work on the case that you would like to appeal to move to Great Shield Active. My suggestion is that for you to talk to your marketeer closely if your customer want to move to Great Shield Active. Renewal bonus also have to renegotiate on a case-to-case basis.
Okay, just to add on, actually for most of the questions that our esteemed agents has asked today, actually most of them are are already answered inside the additional FAQ. So just to shout out to our marketeers, can you share a copy with all our esteemed agents in order to understand further? Because all this has already been answered. Okay, then in that case, if let's say they have any other additional questions, then maybe you can revert to Joyce. Okay, then Joyce will compile all the additional questions and we will answer it accordingly lah. Okay. Mr. Song, you can get it from your marketeer actually. This one was shared by Fakrudin or Joyce to all the marketeers.
Okay, I think we will close the session soon. We will continue to actually address any question that you have. Please, I think rest assured that our team is ready to answer any question, even though this training is over. If you have any more question outside of the FAQ, you can always go back to our marketeer. They will be ready to answer any question. If not, they will come to us for the answers that you need. Okay, so I think for any contact person in charge to check any query, or it will be to your Marketeer first, the first point, marketeer will definitely work with us if, let's say, they can't answer the question. So your key go-to person is still your servicing marketeer. Okay. Can accept increase in premium and not forced to reduce SI. I think that one is one of our alternate option that is already in our notification letter. So you just have to maybe, yeah.
You know, wisdom, you already unmute. Hello? Hello, excuse me. Mr. Adrian. Mr.
Yes.
Adrian. No. Yeah, Miss, sorry. I'm an agent myself from Sanchongji. So my policy due in a few days.
4 days.
4 days time. Can I get your marketing or KL to certify whether any special benefits or what for my policy?
That one, it really depends on the program that you're working on, whether it's ready or not. So I think what we can do is that you just renew your policy first. If we really have a special program, then we will do the necessary to do the endorsement.
Oh, I
If
see.
we have lah. Why don't you just renew our policy first so that you will still continue to have the coverage from us? If there is any good news, definitely we'll work out some things for you.
The alternate options is too expensive.
Because the alternate option is too expensive. That's why I was just thinking whether there's any special privilege or not.
How come from
For
2025
agent
to
houses.
2026 still cannot decide?
From
Yeah.
2025 to 2026, no. Still,
And we didn't receive any letters or whatsoever. None of our clients also received.
you all say you send letters, but none of our clients receive anything. Even we ourselves is the insured also. We didn't receive anything from you all.
I already asked at the previous session.
What
Okay.
do you mean? You mean the renewal notice?
Yes. You all
No,
say
the
you all
letter.
will send out the letter explaining all those terms and all that, isn't it?
Okay, why don't you just give your policy number to your marketeer and ask the marketeer to check. They will be able to check for you.
Okay.
KL send me.
Okay, thanks.
All right, thank you very much, everybody, for joining these sessions. So we believe that, at least now you have some good takeaway from these sessions, a bit more clearer, especially those agents that joined the earlier sessions and now coming again here for a refresher, right? Of course, thank you very much for Adrian as well as Kiwi from product team, all right, to support these sessions. Do not worry, as mentioned by Adrian, right? So the common FAQ already been compiled and given to the marketeer. You can actually, obtain one copy from them in order for you to understand better of this, the repricing exercise, which I did recently. And however, as mentioned, if there's any clarification needed, or feel free to get in touch with your marketeer and they will actually, get escalated to productive if need be, right, to get it done. Especially just now, Kibi Rahim mentioned, right, that, the program that accorded, to the agents. So that one, yeah, so they're still in the midst of working on it. And once we have, more or less, have actually come up with that stand, a fundamental stand, then definitely, right, we actually announce to the branches, for the branches to actually, be noted to all the agents, right? Okay, so stay tuned as usual. Now I'm actually going to launch the polling. All right. Then you actually get it completed. Then thereafter you may leave this training. Thank you very much again for joining this wonderful session organized in this afternoon. Yeah.